Cities podcast. I am Deepa Mehra, your host with over a decade of yoga and meditation practice. I'm passionate about helping people find balance and harmony. Today, we'll explore how mindfulness connects with daily commutes and how digital tools in transport reduce employee stress. Cities manage mobility services, ease facility heads, load by handling transport tasks, ensuring smoother commutes and boosting productivity. So join us as we discover how mindfulness can transform commuting and enhance employee well-being. Now let me welcome Mr. Suresh, who brings over 3 decades of diverse experience in various roles across multiple industries. Mr. Suresh, we are thrilled to have you with us today. Could you please start by sharing a bit about your journey and how your experiences across different industries has shaped your perspective on leadership and innovation?
Yeah, thanks, Deepa. Thanks, Sachin, for this opportunity. It's a privilege to be here. Yeah, I've been, as Deepa was telling, I've been across various facets of my corporate life. Started with sales and was there for almost 20 years, and then chose upon a path which I wanted to help more people in the going to support function. That's where I landed into these operations and helping as many people as possible. The fundamental thing is the stakeholders is slightly different. That's what I would view it. There was external stakeholders, there were more internal stakeholders. Of course, you do manage your vendors. That's how you were managing channel. And I'm also kind of a passionate self-transformation kind of learning person. I keep reinventing myself, keeping abreast of all the latest happenings in this industry. And that's how I just keep moving forward.
Thank you, Mr. Suresh, for sharing your journey with us. It's truly inspiring to hear how your experience across various industries have shaped your leadership approach. Your emphasis on adaptability, continuous learning, and innovation is something that resonates deeply in today's ever changing business landscape. We appreciate you taking the time to be with us and sharing such valuable insights. So, before that, I'm also excited to welcome our visionary and energetic co founder and CEO, Mr. Sachin Agrawal. So, Mr. Sachin, for our viewers and listeners, could you please share your quick introduction?
Sure, Deepa. Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Krishnamachari. Happy to be to have you here with us. About me, I bring in about close to about 2.5 decades of corporate experience, primarily into hardcore sales with multiple industries, and now transforming, turning to be a entrepreneur now. And with CT, we are learning, we are exploring ways to do better and better for the fraternity and for our customers. So that's a brief introduction about me. So, Mr. Suresh, having known you for last couple of years, and I was going through your profile. You also bring in a rich experience into sales. So it'll be very interesting to know and hear from you how this sales professional transformed to be a facility or an admin kind of a profile, and now into leadership role. Like to hear your thoughts and what
Yeah.
drove this change, in last 7, 8 years that you've been into the current role.
Yeah. So I would like to be as honest as possible. It was not like my inner calling, Swadharma, or kind of life purpose, all this aspect. Somewhere, at this point of time, it happened in one of this period, and I took a pause, and pause for all the good things to happen subsequently. And later I discovered, okay, that this is a calling within me, and I started navigating towards that profile provided to the role. And instantly, also during my navigation, I found out that there's a lot of common thread between the earlier career which I was choosing and what the present is, and I was able to correlate things. And surprisingly, what are the sales inputs or what are the sales learning I had that helped me in the current profile? That's a very interesting part, because when you do sales, you actually manage so many things, beyond your control, and it's like a jigsaw puzzle. You try always fix and match thing. So, and similarly here also we do the same thing, only in a different kind of parameters, and that is one which is helping me. And second thing is, having come into this, and there was no going back. Okay, I started enjoying this, and I thought, okay, this is what nature has conspired to put me here in this kind of role, and it's been awesome 8 years here. When you're the difference here is you're the front side of the engine earlier, and now you're the back seat. As simple as it. But then both are two important components of a single system. So that keeps me going, and I really enjoy it.
Great, great. So I can definitely relate to what you said just now. And as I said, my journey has almost been similar to what I hear from you. And at the end of the day, every individual is selling, whether
Right.
to an internal customer or to your external customers.
Right.
Great, great. So great to know that. Mr. Suresh, my next question to you is I've seen you are very focused on the employee wellness, right? And being the custodian of the admin and facilities and various roles that you handle in the current assignment. From the employee transport standpoint, what do you think what is the role of employee transport from the employee well-being standpoint? You know,
Yeah.
how important is a good transport arrangement from the employee well-being standpoint?
Yeah, fine. Very relevant question. See, one thing is, I would say to start off with, an employee when he starts the day, when he uses your transport, it makes a lot of difference for him, right? How he boards your, and I'll just give a typical a day because I also commit one of the buses in organization to ensure that I'm abreast of the day-to-day happenings and the experience. So when the employee boards, a thing, he's just looking that the company is taking care of it, right? He just have to board the vehicle and that's it. For the next 1.5 hours, we are talking about 2 hour journey from the start point to the office. And the next 2 hours, absolutely, it's an organization's kind of infrastructure it's taking care. Now we expect him to be and make the travel as smooth for him or her, and make it enjoyable. Okay, in both the ways, in the mornings and the evenings, and more important, it should be a pleasurable experience. See, at the end of the day, we are transporting talent, right? So he starts looking at this also as part of his component structure in the organization, and wellness is very important in that. We're always thinking employee wellness is only the inside the campus. No, it can add a lot even in the transportation. For example, I can put a lot of instances where when we board the interns and from the day he faces the organization, and we are the first people to welcome him on the transport, and his first day is very important, right? For himself and for the people, these other stakeholders whom are asking about his experience. So we ensure that the first onboarding experience is very smooth as far as transportation is concerned. Now, added to that, you have got the safety aspect, the security aspects, which we are also. So it's like they can take that for granted, right? That's a kind of commitment we give to them, and that's very important. I feel for any individual, especially for an aspirant who's into the organization, who's very new to the organization, or for that matter, even if there's an middle experience. I think employee wellness plays a huge role, and transportation can supplement to a very vast extent. Okay, this is one example. We also have the cab facility and all in the late evenings and nights for female employees. So I can understand. See, when the employees ensure that she are taken care at the end of the day, okay, and parents also are on the other side, okay, they know that the organization is taking care of that the safety aspects, and we are talking about a holistic wellness here, right? And these two, I would say, correlate, and it adds more dimension to the wellness aspect.
Fantastic. As they say, car is an extension of a workplace or an
Right,
office. And much before an employee is in office, and
right,
especially from the point of view, you're talking about a new joinee or interns, you who have not even experienced the workplace or the office. The day starts with the first day starts with a experience that they have on road,
right,
the experience which is being provided by the organization or by the employer. So
right.
it's very important. That experience has to be real good, right?
Listening with both of you is truly impactful, and your dynamic leadership and commitment to knowledge sharing are not only motivating but also empower our viewers every day. Podcast listening, your insights cultivate growth and spark meaningful discussions, particularly in the ever evolving transport industry where changes is constant. It's an honor to have leaders like you driving progress and innovation in such a pivotal sector. So, Mr. Suresh, from your unique perspective as an outsider with extensive industry experience, how do you perceive Consulttrans as a brand? So, what stands out to you about its approach, values, and impact in ever evolving transport and logistics sectors?
Yeah, in fact, when I met Sachin even a couple of days back, I told him, see, I'm from a sales background, and only salespeople can understand real impact of sales. The kind of mailing system, or for the marketing brand recall which you do. I mean, there's a call every once in 2 months. Somebody calls from one of your call center, and not talking about your service. And this is the best example. A podcast in the industry, for the organizations, for the employees. I would say this is one of the best example where no, it's purely a value-added session for everyone.
Yeah.
So this some just keep going on that. No, instead of just looking at how many vehicles I can fly, or how many fleet I can add. This is a very additional and different way of looking at the whole business perspective. Yeah. So keep the work going.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Suresh, for your insightful perspective. Yeah, really, it's incredible, valuable to hear how you view Consultants as a brand. Your recognition of the company's effort to lead and shape the future of the transport and logistic industries is truly motivating. We are excited to continue growing with such forward-thinking leaders like yourself in the industry. And also, it's very encouraging to hear about CT from you. So before we wrap up, Mr. Suresh, could you share a powerful one-line message for our viewers and listeners to inspire them as they move forward?
Yeah, see, one of the things which I kept for this thing also, and in terms of how people handle stress. I mean,
Yeah.
especially during their 9 hour schedule, especially with
Yeah.
all 90. Forget about 90 hours, 80 hours. I'm even talking about a typical 9 hour schedule.
Mhm.
When somebody boards a vehicle in the morning and to the end point in time. See,
Yeah.
one advantage, especially in employee transporters, as I told you, they group together, they bond together. There's a relationship happening within the ecosystem, and that's exactly what do you mean by stress management, right? You are
Yeah.
living in the moment, right? You are in the moment, and you're spreading your kind of happiness around. I can see a lot of good relationships happening across the different batches when an employee transport, and that's very pivotal. I think it's not no more just mechanical routine thing of just
Yeah.
transporting point from point A to point B, and so apart of the main objective of that concept, I think a lot of added frills are happening. So I can say, no, people who use employee transport, not only here, any organization, one of the things you don't need to bother about their kind of mental wellness, right? Because
Yeah.
they are with a team, with a group of friends for the 2 hours, morning 2 hours, and if your distance is more, almost 4 hours in a day. Plus,
Mm.
they can always add and contribute to their work.
Yeah.
So I think that's the best thing to happen. So people, I even recommend generally people not using the employee transport for various reasons. I think try it out. I think it will change the very way you look at things in organization.
Yes.
So you asked me one day, and then I given a much bigger thing. So yeah,
No, it's
so I
okay.
so
No.
so
So
I would
this
say that
reminds
yeah,
me,
yeah. And second
yeah,
thing is
yeah.
for the organization, they should look at it adopting ruthless system and procedures, right, in the process, which is very important when you manage employee transport. So
Yeah.
that's for the one for the employee, one for the organization, which I would say.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Suresh, for your valuable insights and your perspective, which you shared with us. We are truly grateful for the time you have shared with us today and for the enriching conversation, both of you. At CT, our commitment is to deliver value driven, seamless, and stress free office commute services. Your insights from working with large enterprise have been invaluable to us. We also extend our heartfelt thanks to viewers for their time and for tuning in. We look forward to bringing you even more valuable insights in our next episode. So, where we'll explore the latest trends in employee transportation right here at CT. Thank you so much.